Good afternoon. My name is Xander Carver, and I am here at the Elimination Chamber competing to earn an opportunity at the LS11 Predictions Championship at WrestleMania 2022. WrestleMania 38, if you will. Now, you see, Ray Wood has been LS11 Predictions Champion since September 6th, 2021. And since then, the man has yet to have a clean championship retention. I do not count WWE Day 1, 2022, because the main event of that show was changed. Therefore, I lost on a technicality. We don't count how many points they're worth. That doesn't matter. LS11 Universe needs a real champion, which is why I am campaigning tonight for me, Xander Carver, to win the Predictions Chamber and go on to WrestleMania to challenge Ray or Carnold and defeat them for the Predictions title after my 352-day reign was ended on a complete screw job. Love you. After it was ended on a screw job. So, I am no longer running late. I will now be on stream. I can get rid of that. So tonight, when my representative in the chamber, Matt Riddle, absolutely wins the chamber, he's probably not going to, but when he wins the chamber, he's definitely not winning it, but when he wins the chamber, I will go on to WrestleMania where I will defeat Ray Wood or Carnold to become your Predictions champion because I am Xander Carver and I am campaigning for a better LS11 Universe. How'd you guys like that? I'm practicing for my presidential run in 20 years. So, welcome to the stream, everyone. Here we are, watching the Elimination Chamber. Hey, Jobber. Hey, Jobber. Hey, Wrestling Culture. Hey, Deutscher WWE guy. And hey, Zane. How's everyone doing? I'm pretty good myself. I'm wearing a shirt and tie. I don't know how long that's going to last because it's actually rather hot today. So, I might throw up a graphic and run and change into a t-shirt real quick. So, I wanted to do the political campaign bit where I was campaigning for a better LS11 Universe. So everyone will give me 20 seconds. I'm going to go change into a t-shirt. I will answer that in a question. I will answer that in 1 second, Zach. Let me just go change out of my tie before it chips the life out. But it's a very complicated question. That's why I told you to ask me today instead of last night. Because if I answered it last night, it would have been about 9 chats long. Since there's only the 200-character limit on YouTube. Hopefully you can actually still hear me at least somewhat faintly because I'm just one doorway away changing into a t-shirt and out of my suit. So give me just a second. Still working on change. It's a freaking Saturday afternoon and I had nothing better to do because my girlfriend just left. That's who I said love you to at the beginning of the stream. So that's the closest you're probably ever going to be to seeing her on the channel. I guess we're going with the white Xander Mania shirt today because it seems to be the only clean one right now. By clean, I mean it's the least worn one of the week because I've not done laundry yet this weekend. That's a post-stream job. I will be back in just a second. Pants are on, and I'm coming back. And I'm back. Okay, so the question of how long Gino Cesaro was going to be the one to end the reign of Rude. 6 months ago, I think, is when we decided. So obviously, you look back at Bobby Roode's reign, he's defended against Balor, Riddle, Roman, Ali, Murphy, Ricochet, Apollo, Rollins, Bronson, Keith, Daniel, Bryan, and then who else did he defend against? Nakamura, McIntyre. He even beat Cesaro at one point. So Cesaro was among the many options. The original plan to dethrone Bobby Roode, I believe the original plan, Ray was really pushing for Matt Riddle, but I didn't think it was the right time for Riddle to be a world champion for us because he hadn't done much throughout the season. And after that, I've talked about it a little bit. There was a point in time where we were going to open the Forbidden Door. And I talked about this in Discord, but we were going to open the Forbidden Door the night after WrestleMania. And Bobby Roode was going to lose the WWE title at SummerSlam to Jon Moxley. And then ultimately ended up being Cesaro. There had been other ideas talked about. We talked about Sami Zayn. We talked about Keith Lee. We talked about a lot of people. But ultimately, I I thought Cesaro was the right person to do it because he's a big fan favorite and he's someone who's really earned his due. Let's see. Some creators say that they feel emotional after earning a long title run with a wrestler. I did absolutely feel that way. I've spent the last couple of weeks just kind of thinking about how it's weird not having him as champion anymore. Rude being champion had become just such a staple of the channel for so long that it's weird not having him as the world champion anymore. Because even then, he was a tag team champion 2 months before he won the world title. So he'd been champion, with the exception of 2 months. He was champion for all of season 2. And now he's not a champion at all. DJ says, LS11 didn't sign my petition. Well, you didn't make a change.org petition. Otherwise, we could have gotten people signing it. And if you'd gotten a certain number of signatures, you'd have been in the chamber tonight. Both megastars are no longer champion. Yeah, well, Hardcore title is fun. I hope you guys have been enjoying the hardcore. This is the first time I've gotten to go live since we introduced the hardcore title. I really hope you guys have been enjoying the hardcore title because I've been enjoying it. A lot of these segments have just been for me, like, me, Ray, having the moment with it at SummerSlam was a lot of fun. That was definitely a just for me moment. Yes, this matchup of Roman and Goldberg was supposed to take place 2 years ago and didn't. I wonder who replaced Roman in that match. Bianca and Bobby. Bianca's a solid choice. I genuinely don't know the WWE Chamber. And let me get this loaded in so that everyone can see it. The way that we are doing the predictions title, because I haven't announced this on YouTube. It's been a Discord exclusive thing I've been talking about for weeks now. The way we're doing the Elimination Chamber tonight is, or today, is there have been 6 contenders assigned a participant within the chamber. And if their chamber participant wins the title tonight, they're going on the challenge at WrestleMania. And so let's play the game of how long does Rural Georgia's Wi-Fi take for a 1 megabyte file to upload into StreamYard during the live stream. We're up to about 20 seconds now. Theory on being eliminated first? Probably. I don't know, Zane. At this point, I was looking forward to GM mode, but after the video presentation yesterday, I'm not even looking forward to that anymore. So I guess with 2K22, I'm looking forward to seeing if it's a decent and working game or if I'm going to be on 2K19 for yet another year. Hey, Colton. Okay, so this is how it's working. We have 6 men in the Elimination Chamber predictions. I am being represented by Matt Riddle. The Quizmaster is being represented by Seth Rollins. The Doctor is making his return to the channel, being represented by Bobby Lashley. Prince Matta is back and being represented by Brock Lesnar. The Kermit the Frog puppet that competed at Money in the Bank is being represented by AJ Styles. And Youth Meets Youth, as Austin Theory represents my brother Sid. And the winner, as I said, challenges either Ray or Carnold at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns kicking off the show is not going to surprise. It doesn't surprise me because Roman is always an either I go on first or I go on last person. Maybe he's going on first because he's going to interfere and cost Brock. And if that's the case, that's kind of funny because we gave Matta Brock because we wanted Matta's big return to the channel to be for WrestleMania. Theory gets taken out before the match and Cody is the surprise. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be shocked if that's what happened. I gotta be honest, despite the circumstances, I'm very excited to be watching a show with you guys again. It's been a little while since the Rumble, and it's also very nice not to be painted up. Not to be painted up like Danhausen. I love Danhausen, but that was one of the most uncomfortable things. Also, if you hear any like thumps in the background, there is a bird that has been trying to fly into the window across the room for the last 24 hours, and it is not working. Roman finna be HBK costing Lesnar the title. I would not be surprised. I'd be okay with it. I don't want Brock winning that title. I like Brock. I do like Brock, if you couldn't tell. Well, Zane, given he hasn't come back to WWE yet, I don't think about it. I think we'll see when we see. But Roman, yeah, I like Brock. I don't want Roman and Brock to be title for title. Probably not JJ, whatever you're a fan of this week. I can't see. Can't see from where I'm sitting, but probably not painting myself up again. It was a one-time thing. I do really hope it's not title for title, but they've been advertising, like they've been having Brock mention title for title so much that it's not going to surprise me. I absolutely agree, JJ. Also, Random Universe thought, I really hope I want to know, what do you guys think of how Brock's been presented in LS11 Universe this season? The Eric Bischoff sponsoring him and paying him to get these big matches, but then it's this big story of Brock has to get 20 wins, 20 wins post return. So as of when he returned in season 3, he has to get 20 wins to get a title match. So I hope you guys have liked that, because I've really enjoyed that story so far. Like, Brock is up to 9 wins now in LS11 season 3. I hope AJ wins tonight, and then we get Edge and Styles at Mania. That would be fantastic. That's the hope right there. That is wishful thinking, but probably not logistical. Roman's entrance really has been 10 minutes. Yeah, it feels like. I mean, that video package took the first 10. I really do hope Roman just Goldberg's Goldberg. Really do. So also, this is the first time I've gotten to go live since it. How are we feeling about the fact that Forbidden Doors opened in LS11 Universe? That's a hard question, Zane. There's not really any universe announcements today. I mean, obviously, actually, did I announce anyone? You know what? Technically, I guess it's an announcement. I'm glad you've enjoyed that, Jobber. Yeah, Ray pitched the idea of Moose, and that made a lot of sense to me. And then Lance Archer, I talked about this on the Patreon podcast this week, because the Patreon podcast is finally back. Let me open up the Bound for Glory folder on my computer. I guess I can announce that we have announced entrant number 5 into the Call Your Shot Gauntlet. I'm glad you're all really liking the Forbidden Door being open, because now it adds a lot more possibilities. Cesaro versus Rude versus Archer. It's going to be so good. I haven't recorded it yet because I'm waiting to record it on 2K22. Also, for 2K22, just so you guys know, I'm going to be recording from Clash of Champions to Bad Blood for WWE on 2K22. I will record that far. If I do not like the game after recording a month's worth of content on it, I'm going back to 2K19. I'm sorry. Okay, but yeah, so people in Discord already know this. But I can announce that entrant number 5 in the Bound for Glory Call Your Shot Gauntlet is the one and only Shane Swerve Strickland, formerly known as Isaiah Swerve Scott. So there you have your first 5 entries into the Call Your Shot Gauntlet. You got Jeff Hardy, Eddie Edwards, PJ Black, Swerve Strickland, and James Storm. More people will be announced throughout the week. There'll be 2 people announced. There will be 2 people announced this week because on Patreon, exclusively on Tuesday, we have the return of LS11 Patreon Dark. Hey, Hanzo. It's the return of Patreon Dark on Tuesday, where there's going to be one AEW Dark match shown on Patreon, and it's an Impact Showcase match, which will be Matt Cardona versus Eric Young. Winner joins the Call Your Shot Gauntlet. Kurt Angle for Impact Universe. Who knows? Who knows? If we get Kurt Angle again, it will be a one-off because Kurt himself has said he doesn't think he could go full-time anymore. So I've talked about this recently. I like Goldberg in a specific situation. I like Goldberg in the Dolph Ziggler SummerSlam 2019, was it, match? It was either 2018 or 2019. I like Goldberg in that role where he comes in, he gets to do what he does, spear, jackhammer, 1, 2, 3 against a lower card guy. It doesn't hurt anyone and it doesn't involve titles. I have been great, Hanzo. I'm glad to see you guys. Also, for those that didn't see it, if you want to go back to the beginning of this, 2019. Thank you, guys. I couldn't remember. And Brock and Goldberg at Mania was good. It just didn't need to be for the title. That should have been Jericho and Owens. But, that's the role I like Goldberg in. When he's just doing non-title stuff and it's fun and it's quick and it's painless. We talked about a eventual Goldberg one-off fairly recently in Universe, but I realized, no, bringing him in would somewhat impact the title picture if we did that, and I don't want to do that. I just don't want to do that. Just drinking some water today. For those curious, I might get a snack at some point. Don't know how long we're going to be here, but given we're almost 30 minutes into the show and the bell only just rung and no one has done a wrestling move yet. The live crowds always love Goldberg. I've noticed that. And I don't like to take away from the live crowds. They enjoy Goldberg, but he's not, Goldberg in the title picture, just not me. Just not my thing. Goldberg destroy Turner. I've already had Lesnar destroy Jinder. I've already pinned Jinder for a title myself. I think Jinder and I can call it even now. He threw me out of the Rumble. I pinned him for the Hardcore title. I think we're even now. But yeah, so genuine thought here. For those that saw SmackDown last night, how many of you really thought SummerSlam was it for Johnny Gargano and LS11 Universe? Because it's not, clearly. He's on SmackDown still. So, yeah, DJ Danger makes a pretty decent point. He says that the Saudi shows have really good crowds. And obviously, Ray and I were talking about this morning. Ray doesn't like to watch the Saudi shows because of... This is the most real world I'm going to get with this. Ray doesn't particularly like to watch the Saudi shows because of political situations in Saudi. But you know what? We talked about this morning. The people, the citizens themselves, they are having a great time enjoying wrestling, and I'm not taking that away from them. They love these crowd. They love these shows, and so you know what? A crowd having a good time, I'm here for that. Yeah, Ray it's not his thing. He has some issues with it. I don't usually watch them, but I just kind of wanted to watch wrestling today. It's been a few weeks since I've watched wrestling, so I watched AEW on Wednesday, but I was only half watching that because I was doing some art because I've got my drawing pad right here. I've been doing a lot of art this week. Like that, excuse me. Oh boy, first spear of the match. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun with the month of premieres so far. I mean, there's still more. There's a premiere tonight, by the way, everyone. ARW Termination Chamber. The final Termination Chamber is tonight. There's a premiere tonight. ARW Termination Chamber premieres tonight at 6. So I'll be right back here again watching it with you guys. Forbidden Door in Universe gives me hope. Yeah. Yeah, you've mentioned Kenny and Rollins a lot. Don't get your hopes up that's happening anytime soon. Because we're trying to not like storm the forbidden door. One or two matches from like Greatest of All and Shane becoming best of. I get that. Yeah, that makes sense. I usually like if because they're usually on in the middle of the day on like a Thursday. So if I do that, I'm usually at work when they're on. So I just kind of put my earbuds in and have them as background noise, if anything, just because I do like having background noise. I mean, you guys only watch. Oh God, there's another spear. What's going on? Okay, I'm back. That's a great question. When are we going to send Veer? Out of him first, but I'm not against sending Veer at some point. It could be fun. Oh, into the guillotine. God, DX and Brothers of Destruction. My dad actually watched that match just to see how bad it was going to be. He knew it was going to be bad going in, and it was bad. Yeah, I only watch Dynamite just because I don't have I don't have time to watch Raw and SmackDown and NXT. I did turn on Impact last week. Just kind of, I turned on Impact to watch his background noise. Then I heard W Morrissey versus Brian Myers was the main event, and I tuned out. I'm sorry. I like Brian Myers. I like W Morrissey. I don't want them to be the main event of. I didn't want to watch the main event episode of Impact. And that's it. Roman wins. That was 25 minutes of my life. Why did Rollins win by DQ last month? I don't know, but he did. Yeah, I tried to watch Impact. I didn't watch it on Thursday just because I was very busy Thursday because like this past Thursday, Impact or not Impact AEW or one more time, Xander. ARW was only like 17 minutes this past week because it was a very short episode. It was a very short episode, and that's just because it was recorded in a rush. But I was actually driving home when that episode was on, so I couldn't be in the chat at all. Oh man. I am very glad they didn't put the belt on Goldberg. Zane, I saw the match. I know how it ended. What I was questioning was the decision behind how it ended, not how did it end. I watched the show live. I am not in the mood for this today. Oh, I had not muted my phone. Whoops. That's Ray. Ray was following up on a conversation we were having earlier, so I'll keep that private because it's private. So, I gotta ask, now that we're a week removed, where does SummerSlam Season 3 rank for you guys as an LS11 pay-per-view? Because I'm not sure if I like it more than Bad Blood last season. God, stupendous. But anyway, I don't know if I rank last week's SummerSlam over Bad Blood. Because a lot of people know Bad Blood is my favorite show I've ever put on. Because of, we had 6 title changes. 2 of them nobody thought were going to happen. We had the Money in the Bank cash in. But then you look at SummerSlam, both world titles changed hands. The end of Rude's reign finally happened. And then, you had the return of Becky Lynch. You had all the hardcore title shenanigans, Moose showing up. I think the WWE Chamber is probably the main event because it's Lesnar. Brock kind of always main events the Saudi shows. What did I think of the storm in the UK? I don't know if you've noticed. I don't live in the UK. Doesn't really affect me. Didn't even know it happened. I don't live in the UK. Men's Chamber is next. I hope not. Both world title changes was great. I'm also pumped to see Brock in the Chamber. It's going to be fun. Remember when Shayna swept the Chamber a few years ago? Good times. Yeah, I think Women's Chamber is probably a good shout for what's next. Giving it to Bliss, unfortunately. Yeah, when Shayna murdered the entire women's division one night only to lose by a roll-up at WrestleMania. Good times. Yeah, it went nowhere. All right, they're lowering the Chamber. All right, yeah, we're getting the Raw Women's Chamber. I'm excited. I'm actually really excited for this one. I just kind of want to see. I just want to see Rhea dominate. I love Rhea. So, for those that haven't noticed before, Rhea Ripley is my favorite women's wrestler of all time. Wonder if Shayna would have won at that WrestleMania. I don't think so. I think it was kind of always the plan for Becky to. But that is a great question because, they wanted all the faces to win. So we know Bianca's coming out number 6. So an interesting fact about Bianca Belair, she was almost Raw Women's Champion right now in LS11 Universe. The reign of Rhea Ripley almost didn't continue this month. So I feel like that's actually probably a really fitting topic to have right now. Let's talk about the LS11 Women's Division during during this match because I always try and kind of keep the talks during matches if I'm talking Universe at all based on the people in the show. Also, Bianca's attire looks great. Like that is a really cool looking attire right now. But yeah, so before Moose was going to join the Hurt Business this season, Bianca was going to join the Hurt Business, and under the influence of MVP, she was going to beat Rhea Ripley. I do put these facts on a podcast, DJ. It's on the Patreon for as low as $1 a month or as high as $10 a month. Link in the description. Lots of great content on Patreon. 25 podcasts, several exclusive videos. $5 and above, you get your name in the credits of every video in the description down there. You can see we got 3 people there now. It's a great time. Trying to get more on there. Patreon Dark is going to be a bi-weekly thing now where there's a dark match that you wouldn't see anywhere else on the channel. Stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. I think Ray and I have been talking about a new series too. My bank account's as low as I feel that, man. I feel that. So I talked about this on the podcast a little bit. As Dewdrop, or as she's called in LS11 Universe, Piper Niven, makes her way to the ring. I kind of regret having her take out all right. JJ, whatever you're a fan of this week, no, not cool. Not cool at all. We're not going to do that body shaming shit in here. So broke, more broke than 2016 Matt Hardy. All right, JJ, not head of PR. JJ, I think you're Sonya fan today. That's last chance. Any more body shaming jokes about Dewdrop, and I'm kicking you out of the chat for 5 minutes. Not kidding. God, I love Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley's great. But yeah, so back on my story here now. Rhea looks so badass right now, by the way. I'd like to see another Ripley reign. I'd like to see another one that's not tarnished by Charlotte. She should have beat Charlotte. They really just keep making Charlotte Rhea's kryptonite. But yeah, genuinely, Toni Storm leaving WWE was a shock when it happened a few months ago. I wish I'd just kind of gone for it and done the Storm and Ripley match for SummerSlam. That was obviously the plan. I mean, Gargano was still in Universe. I don't know why I didn't just keep Toni around for an extra month. Because, Rhea and Toni, it's the one match we didn't really get to see. Maybe they'll meet again down the road. Who knows? Rhea Ripley has almost been Raw Women's Champion in LS11 Universe for a year. Yeah, I saw Sami won the IC title last night. That's pretty exciting. It's very exciting for Sami Zayn. Grand Slam was amazing. Oh, by the way, Zach, I did see you asked about Moose. So yeah, simple answer is just yes. MVP will continue to manage Moose in Impact as well. Head of PR, Mr. JJ. who I also refer to as Jobber for those who are curious who I'm talking to sometimes, because his old username was Jobber JJ496. Or JJ Gyllenhaal, which is another favorite of mine. Speaking of Gargano, congrats to him in Canada. Absolutely, Quill Gargano born last night. So big congrats to Gargano. Johnny Gargano is obviously my best friend. For those who are not aware, I designed some ring gear for him recently. I don't know if he'll ever officially use it. I designed it for free. He didn't ask me to do it, but I designed him some ring gear. Of people who still have their championships, Rhea is by far the longest reigning champion. Yes, Zach. And I mean, if she holds it for more than a year, she becomes the longest reigning champion, period, like all time, which is hilarious. But she has to contend with Sasha Banks in a few weeks. So that's not going to be, not going to be easy. I've had so many gimmick names. I'm just, hey, you're talking to Xander LS11, Xander Mania, Arnold Zanzenegger, the Quizmaster, Xander number 5, Waluigi Xander, Hollywood Xander Mania, the Doctor. What else have I been? Mania Del Xander. What do I think WWE is going to do with Cody Rhodes? Well, that's the thing. We don't know if he's actually going to WWE. It's very heavily hinted. It's very heavily implied that that's where he's going. But I will answer that, I promise. So if he does go, I hope they push him. I really do. Okay. So this is the dumbest thing I'm ever going to say. Liv's full red ring gear. This is really going to age me. Do you guys know the live-action Scooby-Doo movies? Liv's ring gear reminds me of one of those movies where Velma decides to prove that she can also be attractive. But anyway, back to the Cody question before I say anything else, before I put my foot even more in my mouth here. Anyway, Cody question. I think they'll push him to try and stick it to AEW. I feel like Vince is spending too much money to bury him if he brings in Cody. And finally, oh fuck, she's still doing Evil Is Mine. Fuck, she's still Spooky Bliss. I haven't drank in over a month. I've not consumed alcohol in a month. This is enough to make me consider it again. I don't have alcoholic issues or anything. I'm just saying, like, I don't enjoy it, so I don't drink that often. It's nice to see her back. It's nice to see her wrestling. I just don't like that she does the spooky shit. So any other questions I missed out on? Zach asks, are you going to use the Thunderdome Arena? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I hate the Thunderdome. And there's no reason to use it at this point. Plus, like I said, who knows if I'm even going to be on 2K22 for very long. Everyone I would want to use is already in 2K19 via mods. So, I guess Bliss is going in a pod? Cody and Rollins would be a fantastic WrestleMania match. Oh, they put a swing in the pod. Of course they did. Yeah, Cody and Rollins would be fun. That'd be a match I'd like to see. Especially with Cody and Rollins, with how much character development they've had since they had a match last in like 2013. See, I want to go get a snack, but I also don't want to be that guy that gets up to go get a snack during the women's match. Because I actually really want to see this match. I'm excited about it. Also, universe questions are allowed for this stream, obviously. Like, you can always ask me questions during the stream, and if I'm not going to answer them, I just won't respond, or I just will say I'm not going to answer that. So just always remember that. It's always welcome for live streams. I'm always, especially this time of the day where I'm more awake than normal. Because I've only been up for 3 hours. Like, Alex is my partner, my significant other. She stayed over last night, and so I got up early to make breakfast. So I've been up since like 8:30. I'd like to sit while waiting for it to be your turn in the match. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why they don't just sit down in their pods. Instead of just standing there for upwards of 20 minutes, depending on who you are. Like if you're Bianca, you're just standing for 20 minutes. Nice callback with Bliss and Cross. I like that. Hanzo says, put me in an Impact episode and have someone beat me through. So that's actually kind of funny. That actually does kind of tie into something. There have been multiple times where we've almost had local enhancement talent that look like our friends or people that we know. Like Adam O. Cleveland, who was going to be based on Prince Nata, was going to be a local jobber. How are you going to do the Kingslayer Rollins if Rollins has his new entrance? I'll just play with the game the first day it comes out. I'll play with the game. Rollins' old entrance is probably still in the game because they usually port those things over. So I'll just kind of put Rollins' new entrant or old entrance in, and I'll just edit his old theme over it. Zane, you've asked me that twice. I don't have a favorite Thunderdome match because I just don't look back at the Thunderdome very fondly. So I'm going to admit there's like a green pulsing energy almost over the pods right now with the lighting they've used. It kind of looks cool. It kind of looks cool. I'm not going to lie. That was quick. Maybe it's only 3 minutes this year. That or this has just been very good and the 5 minutes went by quick. Because, I mean, I've been very entertained by this match so far. We got a Let's Go Morgan chant going on right now. Good. You'll love to hear that. Also, hopefully the audio sounds fine. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm on the right setting, but I know I accidentally was on the wrong setting. Yeah, I'm on the right setting. We're good. I know I was on the wrong setting at one point. Okay, that is a fantastic question. Who's my favorite superhero? So the usual answer is just always Iron Man. Like, Iron Man's been my favorite for so long. But I've really been into Red Hood lately. Zach asks any more Bound for Glory announcements. Not today. I've already announced pretty much the full card at this point, which, of course, the full card's been announced at this point. It's the Call Your Shot Gauntlet. It's Purrazzo defending the title against Tenille Dashwood. We might, depending, maybe, I'll come back around to that in a minute. Of course, you got Moose and EC3. And then Rockstar Spud defending the X Division title against the Miracle Mike Bennett. And then the tag titles are on the line between the Motor City Machine Guns and the Mighty Don't Kneel. Dewdrop's basically the new Nia Jax, so she can actually wrestle and doesn't injure opponents. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, I was talking about, I've had a thought about Bound for Glory. So I've really been thinking about this a lot. I actually do know about Kick-Ass. I like the Flash a lot as well. This has been a fun match. This time is flying by. All right, my girl Rhea is in now. All right, I think Nikki's about to be eliminated. God, this crowd chanting Rhea. Oh, this is so good. Nikki just screaming, "Let me out." Peacemaker's pretty good. So I actually haven't started watching Peacemaker yet. I'm going to finally start watching the series while I do some writing today. Because for those who don't know, one of my favorite hobbies outside of making videos is I actually really like to write. Like, I like to write stories. And so I'll probably watch Peacemaker while I write some stuff today. But okay, so I've been thinking, and I want to see what you guys think. So I've announced Purrazzo versus Dashwood. Would you guys be up for maybe if we hit 1,000 subscribers in the next week or two, if to celebrate, other than the deal I made with Discord, which the deal I made with Discord was that if we had 1,000 subscribers before this month was over, I'd buy a Tommaso Ciampa cardboard cutout to go with the Britney Spears one over there. Maybe we had 1,000 subscribers in the next 2 weeks before the month is over. Maybe. And there goes Nikki. How would you guys feel if I put up a poll on probably on the YouTube community tab, since that's where all of you will be able to see it? How would you feel about making Dashwood versus Purrazzo a triple threat, and you guys get to vote on the third woman in there? And I'll read you off some of the Impact Women's Division so you can kind of hear some of the options. I'd probably give you 3 or 4 options. Those options would probably be, just looking at the roster, I'd probably put Chelsea Green in there, probably Jordan Grace in there, probably Mickie James, and probably Taya Valkyrie. So, because I feel like I like Tindall Dashwood and I like Deonna Purrazzo. I feel like adding a third person in there could add something unique to the match, because you guys don't know who's going to win. I don't know who's going to win. It's nice seeing Bliss back in the ring. I do like the almost Nightmare Before Christmas color scheme that she's got going on. So funny thing about Alexa Bliss, I actually, because I know you guys like her so much, and I like Bliss too, I did nearly give Bliss the SmackDown title recently. Like when she challenged Candice for it on SmackDown, I nearly called an audible and had her win it that night. But I did also realize that Becky Lynch's return and doing Rollins and Lynch versus Gargano and LeRae at SummerSlam meant more when Gargano and LeRae had titles. Plus, I figured if Candice lost her title before SummerSlam, it would have spelled out that, yeah, Rollins is winning. I also wish Bliss would go back to her old gimmick. Oh, I know that was a botch, but that just actually made it look cooler that, like, Liv's boot got caught. Made it feel more real. I like that. Oh, are we about to get a top rope riptide? Also, I'm glad it looks like everyone is down for that. So I'll probably put that poll up in the next few days. Just, oh, that was good. Atta girl, Liv. Winner take all makes sense. Well, Rollins is already announced to be fighting Dunn at Clash of Champions, and LeRae is already announced to be defending against Lynch. So, all right, here comes Bianca. Bianca, WWE's resident Iron Woman, who they for some reason had come out last. I don't really get. Bird, you're not going to get in that window. I almost am starting to feel like Bianca coming out last makes it too obvious, but I feel like any of the 4 in there now could win, because you've got Liv and Bianca who have stories with Becky where Becky's cheated to beat them every time. I think it should be Bianca. You have Bliss, who recently returned. Oh my God! Whoa! But like, and then you've got Rhea, who some might argue is a oh, I know that's why she's last. Like I saw the Raw review. I listened to Going in Raw. I've kind of transitioned into listening to them a lot lately. Steve and Larson are great guys. I'd really love to work with them one day. Oh, Lita and Becky is later. I forgot about that. I'm excited for that match too. But yeah, and then you got Ripley and Becky as a match we've never seen get a proper finish, and I'd love to see that match for Mania. But I do think that the story of Bianca and Becky should continue. The bird flying into the window. Also, another women's division related question for you guys, if you're up for it. With the Forbidden Door opening up this week, maybe, just maybe, maybe I don't do, because I've talked about wanting to do WWE Women's Tag Titles in Universe a lot. Maybe we don't do WWE Women's Tag Titles. Maybe we create the LS11 Universe Women's Tag Team Championships. And oh my God, I think Rhea's gone. Oh, no, she landed it. Damn, Liv. But anyway, maybe it's. Oh, that was clean. That was a clean setup there. That was great. But anyway, I'll talk more on the idea in a minute. But yeah, like LS11 women's tag team titles, and they float between Raw, SmackDown, Impact, and AEW. And there goes Liv. Because then, you got WWE where you have Toxic Attraction, because they just debuted last night. You got Impact where you've got The Inspiration, and you could have other teams. Then you got AEW where there's Tay Conti and Anna Jay, and so on and so forth. So we have a more versatile women's division. Oh! That's the perfect way to take out Ripley. Double finisher to her. That's perfect. That's perfect. That made Ripley look good in defeat. Now it's the curious time of, is it Bliss or is it Belair? Because it could go either way. I could see Bliss going for her sunset flip and Bianca powering her into KOD. Or Bliss hits the sunset flip. Nope. Shit, this is good. This is such a good match. This is fantastic. It's going to be hard to top this match tonight for best match of the night. The damn bird. I don't know if it's catching on the stream, but that damn bird. Oh, this is a sick spot. Get in there, Bianca. Come on. Come on, Belair. Oh! That was a nasty landing on that one. Whoa. Here's the difference, Zach. They've done Bianca and Becky on pay-per-view twice. Neither of them had actually clean finishes, and they've had, I think, 2 TV matches. Again, neither had a clean finish. Roman and Brock have had like 9 pay-per-view matches, and they're always the same thing. So that's the difference. The Bianca and Becky story isn't over, whereas the Roman and Brock story was over 3 years ago. Like, Jesus Christ, we don't need Roman and Brock again. It was interesting the first time they did it this year when Brock was a face and Roman a heel, but now they're doing it again. I'm just sick of it. Oh, now she's up. There's KOD. I went commentator mode for a second. Get in there, Bianca. First WrestleMania match between Roman and Brock is the best and only going. Yep. Bianca and Becky at Mania. Let's do it. Hell yeah. Absolutely hell yeah. Get in there, Bianca. Get in there. Bianca Belair gets her shot at the Raw Women's title at the most stupendous two-night WrestleMania in history. I'm sorry, I had to. I had to. I'm really hopeful this is the last two-night WrestleMania in history. All right, once it goes to commercial, I'm going to go grab a snack because I've not eaten yet this month. Shit, I forgot to send muffins home with my girlfriend. Because we don't live together right now because she's in college, so she has somewhere she lives to go to college. I'm going to send some muffins home with her so I didn't have to eat all these. Hell yeah, Bianca. All right. Well, this promo video for Lashley is on. I'm gonna mute the TV so that it's not picking up anything. Because of how everything is connected, I unfortunately can't bring you guys on a field trip with me to the kitchen today. But I will be right back. So you don't get a field trip into the rearranged apartment since I changed everything. Oh, coming back. Okay, I'm back. What about Alexa versus... Yes, let's have Alexa Bliss wrestle a doll at WrestleMania. Only Kota Ibushi got that over. I got a snack cake. I realized I also could have reheated my leftover pizza from the other day, but I'll do that for dinner. Wow, they're showing Jesus, I forgot about the Lashley Umaga steel cage spot. Man, I love Bobby Lashley so much. I wasn't watching yet when the Umaga spot happened, but I've seen the clips and, like, my God, it's so good. Whoa, Keith Lee in the video package. Twice. Battle of the Billion. Oh, dear God. I do know about that feud. I watched Wrestling with Regret recap it. Wasn't Battle of the Billionaires supposed to be Hogan versus Big Show at one point? Every time I see these WWE charity videos, first of all, it just warms my heart. Second of all, I just love seeing Titus O'Neil in these videos because Titus just seems like the world's nicest guy. Oh, is this the Ronda match? Oh, dear God, when did that happen? When did the Ronda has to have one arm tied behind her back thing happen? Because I was not watching. Also, guys, we're 16 subscribers away from 1,000. What's happening? Okay, last night. That would explain it because I was very busy not watching wrestling last night. It's almost weird to me. This is Charlotte's first Saudi match. Charlotte Flair, the best looking model in WWE 2K22. It wouldn't make sense, Zane, because there's been no build and there'd be no one for him to turn on Lashley to join. I really do wish it was Hogan versus Big Show just for the purpose that I would laugh on it. Lashley versus Umaga, the match wasn't that good anyway. Apparently, Ronda is competing with one arm tied behind her back. It is nice seeing Sonya back in the ring. I really like Sonya Deville. Former two-time SmackDown Women's Champion in the LS11 Universe, for those that don't remember, because it's a very obscure time period. It was the very beginning of the series, so no one was watching yet, and it was the very end of Season 1 when we really still didn't have anyone watching yet. It is insane to me how much the audience has grown in the last 2 years. It's just weird to think about that to me. It's also weird to think that we're just over 2 weeks away from the new game. All right, I feel like Naomi. I feel like with how Naomi does the whole blacklight stuff, I feel like that could really work with exact. My point has been made before I could say it. Could really work with the fact that they have to wear the women have to wear the full body suits. I was gonna say I feel like Naomi can take advantage of that fact, and lo and behold, she did. Naomi's so good. So we got any more burning universe questions? Because I'm open to answer stuff today because I have not answered questions in a while. I know Ronda's gonna beat Charlotte. Excuse me. because they've apparently got Ronda back for multiple years. So I have no doubt Ronda is beating Charlotte. I really, really wish they would actually do a story of Naomi beating Charlotte. Yeah, I saw Zach. I saw all your chats. I just didn't have time to respond to each and every one of them. I see all the chats that happen on the show. I don't always have time to respond to everything just because there's so many people. I'm keeping up with stats and all that. Ronda dressed like Eric Bischoff from Starrcade 1997. I believe that is called a karate gi. It's also the attire that former Raw general manager Aaron Stevens, formerly Damian Sandow, wore in LS11 Universe when he challenged Finn Balor for the WWE title. Zane, Johnny was already confirmed for the game. Pat's not going to be in it. Yeah, like guys, Johnny got confirmed for the game by someone yesterday. He's going to be in it. Like, if Keith Lee and Karrion Kross are in the game, Johnny Gargano's in the game. He didn't leave on bad terms, and he's not signed anywhere else. Also, isn't it just a shame that they have to call him Walter in 2K22? Such a shame that they changed his name to change it to fucking Gunther. Such a shame. Oh well, guess I'll keep calling him Walter in Universe. I'm so sad. I'm not sad. I'm very happy. Gunther's just a fucking stupid name for a wrestler. LA name. I feel like Knight will probably be in the game. I feel like he should be. If he's not, he'll at least be DLC, would be my assumption. Because that's what you want, former UFC champion. What if Seth and Becky Lynch teamed together in Universe? Well, we did that very early on in like episode 6 of the series. And also, Seth's already got the Pete Dunne feud going on, so there's not a point in doing Gargano, LeRae versus Rollins and Lynch. Oh my god, she was faking it. Who'd have thought? Who have thought? Oh, Ronda. The most beloved Raw Women's Champion in LS11 Universe. Nobody hated the fact we gave her the belt at all. Didn't have any negative comments about it. I'm going to be honest. This does seem like the bathroom break match. In fact, I might use it as one in a minute here because I've got to pee. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not actually going to be mad if I have to stay on 2K19 for another year. Yeah, it crashes a lot because of... Yeah, it crashes a lot because, it's modded, so it's going to crash. But I like the controls of it. It's a fun game. I really enjoy it. I put over 2,000 hours into it at this point. I play it in my spare time sometimes. Like, sometimes I do just kind of do that. I'm gonna miss it if I do end up going into 2K22 full time. What if the Bloodline win gold and have a feud with Hurt Business on Raw? Well, then you kind of answer the question. The Hurt Business or the Bloodline would have gold and they would feud with the Hurt Business. I can't believe that it's been almost 2 years since you returned to watching our universe. I feel like 2K22 is going to be a good game, but it's not going to be the best for universe mode, Chris. Yeah, it's unfortunate. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll just do the other single player modes, like my GM for men and one title for women. You can only book one-on-one or tag team matches. Oh, Discord's going a little ballistic. Let's see what's going on. That, ladies and gentlemen, for those in the Discord, is why I'm the only one allowed to use everyone to make it work. I'm glad you enjoy our universe, Zane. Everybody today has been wearing full body suits and it does not look bad. Yeah, it's just because of the rules of the country. But hey, you know what? At least they're not having to wear oversized t-shirts anymore. Drew and Madcap is also going to be a very good bathroom break match. The funny thing, speaking of Madcap, a mod for him finally got released. So, you know, if I don't end up going to 2K22, for those that want to see Madcap Moss, he'll be in LS11 Universe soon. One way or the other, he'll be back. Because I don't know if anyone's noticed, for a long time it was a joke. A long time running joke on the win-loss record page was that Riddick Moss, for the brand section, was labeled as Raw? ? Because he's not been on the show in over 2 years. And that is because he was first on the show as a created wrestler, like a Caw. But I needed all the Caw slots I could get for ARW, so I had to delete him, and no one really missed him, so... And, like, he disappeared from TV, so I'd honestly kind of thought he'd been released silently. I do hate the fact that women... It is a little bit. What is my opinion on McDonald's and KFC? I've not eaten either one in years. Yeah, I've not eaten either one year. But yeah, I kind of agree with you. I see where you're coming from, wrestling culture. Like I said, it's unfortunately just kind of the state of things over there, and you know, it's slightly better than it was. It is getting a little better, and that's the most I'll say. The only thing I look forward to that Drew McIntyre versus Moss match to see what kind of torture Drew puts him through. Can you do Happy Corbin Universe? Not willingly. I am not willingly going to do it, but I mean, in 2K22, I will probably have to. I mean, like, I haven't done anything with Baron Corbin in 3 seasons, so I don't see why me changing his gimmick is going to do anything. He'll just kind of be there. Like, the most notable thing he's done in LS11 Universe was he attempted to win. Hey, Main Event Wrestling's here. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the watch along. We're in the low energy section of the day. We're at the point where Xander's been live for an hour, and once I'm in front of a crowd for an hour, I get a little tired. That's why I'm kind of dreading WrestleMania week. Because I'm going to be live a lot that week. And here comes Naomi in the hot tag. Naomi really should beat Charlotte for the title. But like I said, it's going to be Ronda. We all know that. Naomi and Charlotte have always had pretty good chemistry in the ring as well. I don't think there's a person alive who doesn't think Ronda's team will win. This is Ronda's first actual match since WrestleMania 35. I have a feeling she's probably winning. It's like CM Punk versus Revolution live reactions in a few weeks. Who knows how thick the beard's going to be at that point because it's growing back in. I mentioned it earlier in the streams, and I had muffins. I had chocolate chip muffins. Has the bird finally stopped? Huh, weird. Well, there goes Ronda. What do you think about the Cole versus Page? I am excited for Adam Cole versus Hangman. And I don't know who I want to win. Because Hangman's title reign has not been the most exciting to me, personally. It's an objective thing of if you think it's good or not. It's just not been for me, personally. Like, the Danielson match going to a time limit made me audibly groan. And it just kind of felt unnecessary to go to a time limit again for a Danielson match. And then the second one was just kind of like, it happened. And then, we kind of just had the Archer feud, which kind of happened. I mean, it was nice that Lance Archer got some spotlight right before we brought him into the WWE Universe. Hey, the fact that the women, yep. I know I already sent this message, but I had to send it again, so I spelled so many things wrong. You're all good. You're all good. I do like that Charlotte's just like, this loss doesn't matter. JJ says, I love Hangman's title reign so far. He just pisses blood. It is pretty fun. It's pretty funny. Like, gory blood matches are not my thing. I had to look away from the I had to look away for a lot of the Archer match because it's just not my thing. But I did think this is a little morbid, but the funny thing to me was when Hangman tweeted out, I'm tired of bleeding every month. And Denise Salcedo, the hardest working woman in sports infotainment, just responded with, I've been doing it every month since high school. Get over it. Denise is so fucking funny. I love Denise. She's so great. She's another wrestling creator I'd love to work with one day. Okay. His match with Archer was pretty good. It was. Lance Archer match was great. The ending was awesome. It really was. I actually really did enjoy it from what I watched. Zach says we get another God Collar match. First one in AEW was so great. I'm excited to see the second one. I'm very excited for that one. Yeah, like if you guys don't follow Denise Salcedo, Instant Culture by Denise Salcedo, she's coming up on like 50,000 subs now. I'm really looking forward to Cole and Hangman at Revolution. Stream is kind of laggy. Yeah, that would be my oh so fantastic rural Georgia Wi-Fi. So that's not just you. That if the audio is lagging, just refresh. It's a weird YouTube situation, but like if I'm moving my mouth and the audio is coming out a few seconds later, just refresh your stream. But yeah, the quality and stuff is not the greatest because I'm running on like 1 megabyte a second at best Wi-Fi. I'm getting ready to upgrade it finally. Could I escape Ronda's armbar? Probably not. Good timing because I need a bathroom break. No, same. I'll be right back, everyone. I'm going to go take a piss before Corbin and Moss starts. Well, they give us a video package for this match. I'll be right back. Did somebody leave a stream on unattended here? You know, I heard it's a little dangerous to do that kind of thing because you never know who's going to take over the stream. Hello, everybody. This is Conald. Good to be here. You know, good to see you. I'm here. I'm back. Xander went to the bathroom and he didn't come back, so you know he left the stream. You know, he left the stream unattended. So here's Conald to host the show. You know, so you know, tonight we found out that maybe, you know, Conald might get the WWE title match at Xandermania. If Xander gets reinstated as GM tonight, it's going to be pretty good, you know. So Xander told me that I could come take over for a match. So here I am. Hello. Good to see everyone. Maybe I'll be Conald 2 belts before this is all over. Maybe I'll win the ARW title soon. You know, Conald for ARW champion. And then, you know, I'll beat Ray for the predictions title in a couple of weeks. It'll be good. It'll be a good time, you know. Hanzo, everything is good, man. You know, Conald he's looking forward to tonight at the Termination Chamber when it'd be a shame if someone got in Lex Luthor's way, you know. But yeah, Madcap Moss versus Drew McIntyre. This is going to be... Oh boy, it's a Falls Count Anywhere match. We're going to be here a while. Oh, dear God, Madcap Moss has got his own theme that starts with him saying joke. Welcome back with your lunch, Zach. Conald is here for the matchup to watch the stream. Xander apparently said like he was getting his tie collection together to just show it off on stream because there's nothing better to do today. But it's great to be here, you know. I know I was supposed to be in an Elimination Chamber match tonight too, but Lex Luthor pulled me out. So, you know, at least, you know, he didn't buy out all of LS11 Universe, so Conald can still be on live streams. He screwed me over like 4 times. Like, for God's sake, you know, how many times is this guy gonna fuck Conald over? Hey, JJ, good to see you. Did another sword as they go? Oh my goodness. Then that means Drew can go swing all over the arena. Yep. I'm not changing the wording on that one at all. Not changing my wording one bit. But yeah, Conald was campaigning to be in Xandermania for the ARW title. It's gonna be an interesting time coming up, you know. This matchup is going to be something. Wrestling Culture asks how's Conald's been. You know, I've been fine outside of the ARW, but it seemed like I was really picking up momentum in ARW. Then that bald-faced fucking Lex Luthor showed up, and he started screwing me over. You know, he pulled me out of the Termination Chamber. Then he cost me the Gauntlet. And like, what more is he fired Xander? What more is he gonna do to me? You know. But like outside of that, they've been good. You know, I've just been hanging out, been having a good time, enjoying life. You know. Riding around on my motorcycle, vroom, vroom, and all that. It's been a good time, you know? Oh, man, look at Drew's... Probably good up to my way through saying that. I was going to say, look at Drew's giant sword. I mean, the augmented reality graphic of the weapon. The one made of metal that he's holding in his hand. My story kind of reminds you of Daniel Bryan in 2014 and Kofi Kingston in 2019 trying to prove the boss wrong. Well, you know what? Lex Luthor is the world's worst boss, and I'm going to prove him wrong by being ARW champion one day. Hashtag Conald Xandermania should be a new trend. Conald for Xandermania. Yeah, you know, it would be my second Xandermania. I actually was in last year's. I won the Bo Memorial Battle Royal. Shout outs to Bo up in heaven. But, I'd love to be the final AIW champion because the series, it meant so much to Xander, and Xander means so much to me. And the series meant a lot to Xander, and it's meant a lot to me as well. I got to be a commentator. I've gotten to wrestle. I've been living the dream in AIW. It's been a great time, but now it's just like I want to go out as champion because this means so much to Xander, and I want him to have a final champion he can be proud of in this series. Sorry about that, everyone. Xander's granddad was bringing over the mail for Xander. Drew going to stab Madcap like that spot in the Gemma Rumble. Yes, absolutely. By stabbing Jabba. Come on, man. Shout out to Jabba. He was on the live stream with Carnival a long time ago. He's one of the few people that's actually met Carnival on YouTube in a video. And Happy Corbin's out of there. Are they going to go backstage, or is Corbin done? Oh, wow, that suddenly just happened. There's a reason we don't do predictions for these shows, and it's just because these shows are probably the most predictable. So, next week, or not next week, in 2 weeks at AEW Revolution, it's Arnold versus Ray. And that is very exciting, Maybe one day when LS11 Universe gets bigger and we can get invited to wrestling conventions and stuff, maybe Arnold would love to, meet and greet with fans. It'd be great. I'd love to get to finally see you all in person, take some pictures. I'll do the Triple H serious point like this to you, like that, or that, the serious Triple H point. Because Arnold kind of has a Triple H vibe with the jeans and the leather jacket. It'd be a great time. Hey, who knows? Maybe if Arnold could be the final AIW champion, maybe with AIW coming to an end, that could be in the Collier Shot Gauntlet, maybe the Casino Battle Royal. I'm just saying, I would be very down for it. Maybe the Royal Rumble, come on, get me in one of those matches. And I also need to. I mean, we'd love to. Xander and Ray talked about it the other day with me. We'd love to do it. Just have certain characters at the booth at time from time. I mean, Connell would probably be the only one that people. Connell and the Quizmaster probably the ones people would most want to meet. But I'm gonna have my eye on the Elimination Chamber tonight because I might be facing one of these guys at WrestleMania for the Predictions title in a few weeks, and it would be very fun. I'd be very excited. Madcap Moss's attire troubles me so much. It's so weird to look at. Just the suspenders in the hot pants and the short shorts, and it's just not working, Speaking of working, though, what Xander's grandfather just brought, I've heard Quizmaster has a new outfit he's working on, and Connell's very excited to see it when it happens. I heard part of that was for Quizmaster's new outfit. Only dads wear this. Yeah, not even Xander's dad wears it. But Xander's dad is not. Oh my God! Oh my God! That was intense. Ouch! Oh, hello.
Hello, everyone.
What's up, champ?
I thought I'd just pop in real quick. I'm about to head to work, Gotta get that bread. But anyway, I just figured I'd come in real quick, say hi. Wish all of you a good luck in the Elimination Chamber. Can't wait to figure out who I'm facing this one for at WrestleMania. Hello, everyone.
Well, you have to face me. It's Revolution in a couple weeks first.
Oh, yeah. Revolution is in a couple weeks. Oh, shit.
Yeah, you got to be ready for Conald. We're throwing the Bradley Carver rule out the window.
Yes, we are, because it's probably not a good idea to begin with.
Probably we've had so many fucking ties.
Yeah. What up, Ray? Everyone's reacting. Ratings are
Everyone.
sinking. Yeah. Look in the Elimination Chamber, everybody. Madcap just died.
Yeah, Drew did a reverse Alabama slam, and Madcap Moss went all his weight on his fucking head into the mat. It was kind of scary.
Is he getting medical attention? Did he stand up?
He's still going in the match right now, so I guess he's fine.
Oh, God. Also, because I ain't saying it, I don't think you get the best health care there.
No, I don't think so.
That you know, not just. It just doesn't seem like a place to get good health care. You know, I just no, man. They got fantastic health. Maybe they have full dental. I don't know, but
oh, dear Lord. This is why you are not on these kind of streams. You're very problematic. You know that? I bit my fucking tongue.
It's problematic.
That is the second time I've bit my fucking tongue in 24 hours.
No. What about what I just said is problematic? I said, I don't know, but I have a feeling where they are, they probably can't get good health care. How is that problematic as a statement?
You're no good and well.
What? So me now saying Saudi Arabia probably doesn't have the best health care in the world counts as problematic.
You know what? I just don't know how to respond at this point. You know,
I'm sorry. You say a lot of things that say I'm problematic. Rate for precedent. Thank you.
You know, Madcap Moss and Drew McIntyre's two pay-per-view they've had two pay-per-view matches this year, by the way.
Oh God. But I'm about to go, but like I'm just gonna ask. I hate saying it like this. Chat, has anything I said before ever offended you?
Just kind of need to say two simple words, Ray.
What?
Penis pump. For those who don't know, let's just say you can't find the stream.
Huh?
Let's just say that stream is privated for a reason.
Nothing has offended me.
Well, that's good for you. It's not that it offends people. It's more, you know, don't want to get, you know. Oh, hello. Oh, my good. What the fuck? Drew just fucking swung his sword for Corbin's head.
Oh my God, I would get canceled. That would get me canceled if I said that.
Yeah, please don't. And there's the Claymore.
I'm not to text you what I want to say though.
And that's a Drew McIntyre win. I am frightened. Ray! Holy shit! That is messed up, man! Go to work! What the fuck?
You want to laugh at it.
I cannot read that on stream or we are going to get canceled.
I know. That's why I sent it to you.
Holy shit.
You want to laugh at it.
I do, but like, holy shit. Hey.
I like how this has become an exercise of you trying to stay in character.
I do not know what you're talking about. Carmel is not the character. Carmel is a real boy.
Subscribe
Yeah, you know what? Zach, you make a good point. You make a fantastic point. Hold on.
Would you look at that, Kevin? It's the police.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh
so if you want to know the joke I sent Xander, subscribe to Patreon. I was texting you the other day about Patreon content that we could do.
Yeah, we were talking about that. You know, Carmel has considered doing an audiobook on Patreon, like an audiobook series. Carmel reads Total Recall, my unbelievable true life story by Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, I thought you were gonna read Good Night. Wow.
I mean, that's a good one too.
This is gonna be like that, like Good Night Town from Chernobyl thing from Family Guy. Good night.
Oh yeah, I forgot they did Miz versus Ray on the pre-show.
Good night, two-headed cow. Good night, glowing milk. Good night, dead grandpa's yellow eyes. Good night, Chernobyl.
Savage Randy, I don't know what match you were watching, but Drew won, not Madcap.
But I'm gonna get going here. But, oh, should I tell them about the idea for the Patreon thing I did?
All right, yeah, go for it.
Okay, so guys, my idea is that Patreon content used to be exclusively LS11 the podcast, and we want to bring the podcast back, obviously.
Yes, I did an episode this week actually.
Why wasn't I invited?
You were at work.
Anyway, so the idea that we had was, so we're going to release the podcast to the public, but the idea is that we are going to record it live with the Patreon, with the patrons. So we are going to have like an exclusive stream just for the patrons. They can ask whatever they want, no holds bar questioning. And then I'll take the recording later and I'll edit it into a podcast friendly format. Whether that be cutting out some parts that I don't think are necessary, you know, cutting out some of the boring bits, or just cutting out some like unsavory things that may come up. And then a week or two later, we release it as a podcast. So we get that nice fan interaction while we're releasing the podcast, and you guys actually get to be involved in the creation of content, which I think would be fun.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting to see if people like that idea.
All right, yeah, it'll take a minute because of the live stream. What was that?
I'll put on my work shirt.
Okay, you do that. Should I take you off the stream?
No.
Okay. Yeah, this has been an unexpectedly fun stream, you know? It's been a good time. Oh, hello, Ray. Welcome back.
Hi. Come see me at the racetrack, fans, if you're ever in the area.
Oh my god, our Discord is going crazy right now. Hang on.
But I don't see much of a reaction to the idea from the podcast, which is fine. But I work at a store called Racetrack. It's kind of like a quick trip type deal.
Mm-hmm.
Urban quick trip or 7-Eleven. It's like a southern regional 7-Eleven type deal, right? So that's where I work right now. If you go to close my house, please check. You go to the Burnt Hickory store, 2460 in Georgia. I work there, and if you come in and say you like LS11 Universe, I will give you a free soda.
Oh wow, that's a very generous offer there. So I don't drink soda. It grinds up kind of in a mechanism.
How about that?
You give me right.
One free fountain drink. One free fountain drink. If an LS11 Universe fan, every LS11 Universe fan who comes in here gets one free fountain drink.
There you go. It's a very dangerous game you're playing there, Ray.
I have given away more.
Fair.
They really. I'm gonna pull up, y'all. I want a free Dr. Pepper. If you are in Georgia and you show up Ponzo and you can prove it's you, I will do that. I will give you a free large Dr. Pepper. I will fly overseas.
So on a wrestling note, Lita and Becky Lynch is about to start, so that's exciting.
John, my diet soda.
He spilled my diet soda.
But yeah, I'm gonna go, guys. Have fun with the rest of the stream. Hopefully Xander's back soon, so we can get.
Xander's gonna be back pretty much as soon as you go.
So, let me get some nice things on here. But this, so same. I'm booking a flight. See you guys when you get here. Take care, Ray. Yep, the champ's out, people. But I will be defending it at Revolution, at NXT Takeover, our Revolution. Goodbye.
I'm taking that title, Ray. All right. Well, thank you for stopping by, Ray. It was great to have you. Goodbye. Have fun at work and all that. Connell's going to go rest his voice now. Xander's going to be back in a moment's time, all right? So Connell is going to go. Connell will see you all tonight at the LS11 ARW Termination Chamber. So the future champ is out, but Xander will be back in a moment's time. Okay, I'm back, everyone. Shouts to Cornell and Ray for holding down the stream while I was gone. I'm back. Yeah, Discord's going freaking nuts. Let me just mute that part of the server for a while. So I figured something kind of fun to do. It's fun for me. I am a necktie enthusiast as of the last 2 weeks. So I brought my necktie collection out here because I got some new fun ones I wanted to show off. So let's show these off just because I think it's pretty fun. I got this nice red and black stripe one. Thought it was kind of fun. Quizmaster has called dibs on this one to use for one of his suits. So, hang on, let's see here. Cena versus Punk Diet Soda. Cena versus CM Punk's Diet Soda. Jeez, that'd just be a Diet Soda sitting in the ring because John Cena's just not there. This is actually a fun tie I got yesterday as well. It's got zebras on it. It was a zebra tie. I know this is the most I know this is the most fascinating live stream content is Xander showing you his fucking neckties, but I also needed to fold them, like so I could fold them neatly to put them back in the closet. You can see tags on some of them because I literally bought them yesterday. Let's see here. I got this frog tie. You know, everyone talks about the froggy chair in Animal Crossing. There's Xander's froggy tie. Seth's going to add himself into the main event, and AJ Styles will face Edge. That's your prediction. Interesting. It's certainly an interesting prediction. Who is my favorite Joker actor and Batman? I don't have an answer. I don't watch enough. I haven't watched many of the Batman movies. I don't get too invested in that kind of stuff. The DC movies just have never really piqued my interest. Let's see. I'm also just kind of folding my ties over here. This one, nice kind of pattern tie. Like I said, I know this is probably the least fascinating part of the stream, but I am going to do my best to enjoy Lita versus Becky. I love Lita, but I don't know. It's just the I'm a legend going for one final run story has never gone home with me. Let's see. Got my blue tie. Yes, I know this is what you thought when you saw I was live streaming Elimination Chamber today. You thought, oh, I hope Xander is going to be doing laundry on the live stream. But, you know, it's Saturday afternoon and I got nothing else going on. There's actually a story to this tie. Kind of predictable who's going to win. I mean, yeah, Lita's not winning. There's actually a fun story to this tie. This tie actually used to belong to Alan, who is a good friend of mine. He wore it to our high school graduation, but then he forgot it in my car after graduation, and it just sat there until I swapped cars a few years ago. And when I swapped cars, it was still in there, and it had been almost 2 years since I graduated. Anyway, but yeah, sorry, someone popped in. But anyway, yeah, it's almost 2 p.m. now for me. So Alan left this time in my car, and then when I swapped cars, he'd still not asked for it back. So I just kind of was like, all right, I'm taking it. I like it. So there's a fun little story for you for the day. And I'm just kind of folding at this point. Purple. You could almost call this a Joker tie. I do like Becky's attire she's got going on. Same with Lita. Oh, yeah, I guess it would be almost 7 p.m. over in the UK. Can't wait. It's a Tuesday for AEW Universe. Ouch. I guess tonight's ARW and Monday's Raw will just go fuck themselves then. I'm kidding, of course. I'm not actually upset about that. I'm glad you're excited. My yellow tie. I actually have not worn this one yet. And finally, the black tie. Like I said, I know this is not the most interesting, but if you guys want me to talk about literally anything kind of interesting, ask me questions, please, because I'm literally just folding ties right now and watching Becky Lynch and Lita. So please, just ask me questions. Ask me questions, because right now I'd rather be playing Pokemon Legends Arceus and trying to get those last 10 Pokemon I need. I need 10 more to beat the game, and then I'm done. I've caught everything. A nice stream of Xander folding ties. So this is just a me thing. Like, I don't know. This might not be other YouTubers, but like I just saw JJ, Chicago TV, Vikings Bull fan, Liv, and a Blexa fan. That was not what it was when the stream started an hour ago. He said, nah, SmackDown will be better. This might just be a me thing. But one of my least favorite things being a YouTuber is when your fans are like, this is so much better than this other thing you did. It's like, I'm glad you like it, but you could just say it's good instead of being like, this is so much better than other stuff that you've done. Because then it's like, well, was my other content not good? I don't know. It might just be a me thing. This stream should be called Xander Does Laundry Live. I would do that. Like, if I was still on Twitch, I would do something like that, just as a joke. Iconic moment, Xander folding ties. Okay, what's the point of the new Pokemon game? There's no new region. It's ancient times. Like, it's the Sinnoh region, which is my favorite region. And before it was Sinnoh, it's like the origin of Sinnoh. And you can finally catch Arceus legitimately in a Pokemon game. And it's got so much stuff. Well, you have Monty Brown as part of the LS11 Impact Universe. I feel like that might be a joke. I don't know who Monty Brown is. Give me a second. Oh, I know who that is. Probably not, just because there's probably not a mod or created wrestler for him. Monty Brown is no joke. Identity theft is no joke. That's actually, if anyone can guess what I'm saying when I say identity theft is no joke, identity theft is no joke is part of a upcoming skit as part of a comedy segment in LS11 Universe in a few weeks. Or not a few weeks, a few months. We need the founder of Impact, Jeff Jarrett. I don't think we do. I don't think we do. I think the people we've got coming to the Impact universe is going to be enough. I sent this to Ray in a text the other day. I've come up with like one of the best comedy skits in LS11 Universe ever. But yes, identity theft is no joke, Jim, is an Office reference. But also, it's going to be part of an upcoming story in LS11 Universe. Ronda Rousey knows a lot about identity theft. I don't get it. Oh, she's going to go for the lead assault. I'm a little nervous watching her go for it, if I'm honest. Samoa Joe will be home in the Call Your Shot match. Who knows? We'll see. I'll probably be recording that within the next 2 weeks. Because Ray wants to be part of commentary for that, so... Manhandle. But who knows? Winner of Call Your Shot gets a world title shot at a time of their choosing, so... Oh, man. I'm sorry, Ron. I'm a little tired at this point. Oh, Rousey and Piper. Are we going to see Danhausen in LS11 AEW Universe? Who knows? James Storm, how much will he be featured after the Call Your Shot Gauntlet? The current idea is that he is going to be part of the active Impact roster. If not, maybe even going somewhere else at some point. Wink, wink. Who knows? But you can expect to see James Storm somewhere on the channel soon, other than Impact. Whether that be as part of Impact permanently or going to any of the other shows. Zanhausen, oh god. That was a day. Are you asserting your authority by coming in anyway? Can I help you? No? No? You just gonna officially be an enigma on the channel on live here? Someone that's never seen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yes. No, Jobber, that is my other brother, Gavin, who poked his head in. Is there going to be any more Impact Originals in the universe? Perhaps. I do hear that something wicked this way comes. 10, 10, 10. What? I didn't say that. Oh, Becky wins. So, to explain what just happened, my older brother came over to visit my grandparents. So he poked his head over here. And he and I were just pointing to each other back and forth. And I was trying to get him to poke his head into the stream. But my older brother has no desire to ever watch wrestling. It's just not his thing. I needed that laugh on this stream. Maybe not. Maybe so. Who knows? Zach, who knows? There will be, like I said, there'll be 2 more Call Your Shot Gauntlet names announced this week. Either Matt Cardona or Eric Young will join it, and then someone else that I will announce on Discord. But I mean, there's only 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 6 weeks left. So I'm probably only going to announce, I don't know. I think at most I will announce 14 out of 20. I don't want to announce everyone because that ruins the surprise if I announce all 20 people, right? Like, I think 14 is the most I would go, leave at least 6 surprises. I think I'm aiming to probably go with about 11 because LS11. Just because I want there to be a lot of surprises in there. And I will probably start kind of dictating the silhouettes that get revealed. A chance of Robert Roode teaming up in Impact, part of the Forbidden Door. Who knows? You know, last time we saw them, Robert sent James packing from WWE, so maybe there's some unfinished business there. Yeah, Saudi does have a good crowd. So, you know, a lot of people saying Austin Theory is going to get taken out and replaced with Cody. If that happens, that means that Sid is going to WrestleMania. Sid does not want to go to WrestleMania. Oh my God, wait. I got to go check these packages I just got real quick. They're on my table. We'll do an unboxing together. All right, I'm here. I'm back. I've got 3 packages. It's time for mail time with Xander. I'm gonna have to be very careful because I don't want my address showing. So do we open the big package? Oh, nope, that is Alex's. So that is not mine. I cannot open this one. Okay, big package or small package first? Which one do we want to see? Big package, small package. Which one do we want? I'm waiting to see the chat. Free unboxing. Yep. Small. All right. I know exactly what the small is. I'm very excited. So for those that like know me, they know what some of my favorite Pokemon are. One of my favorite Pokemon is Bidoof. And if I don't know how many people watch Twitch and stuff in here, one of my favorite Twitch streamers is RT Game. Hopefully someone here knows who that is, so I don't feel old. RT Game makes the joke that Bidoof is God. So I got this. But not only did I get this as a little 4x4 print to go on my desk, I got for the back of my laptop a little, hang on, I'm trying to get it out of here. I got this little, I think it's 1x1, maybe 2x2 holographic sticker of it as well. So I will have to put that on my laptop later today. Now I got to get a little frame for this one so it can go on my desk. Okay, so there is your first unboxing of the day. I think this is Quizmaster's package. But I don't think he's here today for me to be able to have him open it, so I'll open it for him. Also, like I said, I'm having to be very, very careful to make sure I don't accidentally show my address on stream because, you know, I just really don't want to do that. All right. So, like I said, Quizmaster isn't here. I think this is part of his new outfit he's talking about making. So we'll open this and find out. Yep, here's his new scepter and his new shoulder pads. Okay, so it's not quite as exciting as the Bidoof stuff, but like you guys have seen Quizmaster's shoulder tassels. He's got some new ones that are a little more menacing. These almost have like a Rhea Ripley vibe to them. So they'll be like this on his new coat that he's got, like that. Like I said, have almost a Rhea Ripley vibe to them. Or a Chris Jericho vibe. Either one. Any new figures? Not today, but the Bronson Reed Elite that I pre-ordered is coming in on Monday. I did get the Damian Priest Elite a few weeks ago, and I've got the Hurricane Elite and AEW Nyla Rose figure over on my desk, waiting for me to get them onto the shelf. So I'll put these to the side. And let's look at Quizmaster's new scepter, because I've not seen this. God, this Undertaker. I am actually watching the Undertaker Hall of Fame video that they're showing right now. Like, what a career this guy had. It's about time he went in the Hall of Fame. I'm glad they waited until it's a Hall of Fame in front of a crowd to put him in. Like, I'm really glad they waited until there was a crowd. So yeah, for those that have seen, Quizmaster has like his silver scepter, but it's really small. So he got a new one this week. So I'm kind of putting it together for him before he's back home. He's off with the circus still. So, but don't worry, Brittany's here to support him today. And finally, His last match was against AJ Styles, which is wild to think about. AJ Styles, Mr. TNA. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. There's Quizmaster's new staff. It is significantly longer. Like, you can't even see it on here. It really shows off the fisheye of the camera as well. But there is his new scepter. So that's pretty cool. Put that over there for him to get later. Batista's turn. Batista had his retirement match already against Triple H. AJ needs to win tonight, in your opinion? I am down for AJ to win tonight. I also did just realize I folded all of those ties and then just threw them. So, looks like I've made more work for myself later. I forgot the Viking Raiders had a new theme. Yeah, I completely forgot about this matchup. I have zero interest in it, if I'm honest. Oh, the Usos are just going to blindside them. I'm going to be right back. I just remembered something I need to do real quick. I'm going to throw up a graphic or something. So give me a second. If you got questions, now's the time to leave them. I'll be back. I'll leave this up, actually. I'll leave this graphic up. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, everyone. I got a sorry about that. I got a little had some stuff to take care of across the hall real quick. I missed a lot. There were a lot of bathroom break matches during the show. So who won? Sorry about that, everyone. Like I ran across the hall because I remembered something important I needed to tell my brother while he was here. What happened? Is that Matta? No, it's me. It's still Xander. I also realized I left my apartment door wide open. Hang on. Now I gotta walk across the apartment and close the door. I'm back. I forgot to close the fucking door. No contest because of the Usos pre-match attack. Got it. That was... So if you weren't going to do the match, what was the purpose of announcing it? Flew them to Saudi for a beatdown. Sorry about the image represented by Brock. Yeah, that is Matta. So as a recap for everyone, as it looks like we're heading into the main event. As a recap, I am represented by Matt Riddle. Quizmaster is represented by Seth Rollins. The Doctor is represented by Brock Lesnar. Matta is represented, or the Doctor is represented by Bobby Lashley. Matta is represented by Brock Lesnar. The Kermit the Frog puppet is represented by AJ Styles, and Sid is represented by Austin Theory. So yes, Matta is back. Yeah, sure you did, DJ. Sure you did. Sid is my younger brother. He is my 15-year-old brother. He's not allowed to be 15, but he somehow is. Does not feel right. Because to put things in perspective, when I started YouTube in 2011, he was 5. Now he's 15. And about to be 16. And I just... By the way, good news, everyone. My grandparents thought that the new Bidoof print I got was very, very cute. You know what's happening? The WrestleMania should be rematch of Mania if we get Uso and New Day. 2011, JJ was 15. I forget that you're a few years older than me, Jobber. I do forget that sometimes. Yeah, man. This is gonna be. This is certainly gonna be an interesting chamber. It is funny how they're having to crop certain people out of the chamber replays because so many of them aren't in the company anymore. Like, you know, it's good when you're having to show Titus O'Neil as part of your Elimination Chamber recap. Part of the reason I gave myself Riddle was because I genuinely thought they might do Riddle Orton at Mania. Oh yeah, this show's only going 3 hours. I refuse to call it a premium live event. I will probably get used to it eventually, but in universe, they will never be premium live events. This is, it really makes me feel weird when I realize how much younger than me my fan base is. Because when I was growing up doing YouTube, my fan base was older than me. Because when I started, I was 11. I think a lot of people forget I started really young on YouTube, and I started like doing universe stuff at 14. If Sid wins, I'm calling him live on stream and saying, "Hey, you're going to WrestleMania." Just so you guys know. All right, Lashley's starting the pod. I thought that was a fire alarm going off. My brother is a cable installer for Dish Network, so he's in his company truck right now, and it threw me off. He'll just be counted out. Yeah, I could see them doing something like that. Oh, well, happy early birthday, Hanzo. Your birthday is the same day as my 5-year anniversary. It's the last anniversary she and I will spend as boyfriend and girlfriend. If you know, you know. Man, the WWE Championship main eventing a show. How weird. How weird. It just makes me so happy that Bobby is like being treated as an actual credible world title competitor now. Thank you, Hanzo. Thank you. We've been dating since I was 16. She was 17. I think that hasn't happened since Drew was champion before Roman came back. I mean, I think, and I could be wrong, I think the WWE title did main event Hell in a Cell because Roman wasn't on the card because they moved Roman and Ray to being on SmackDown for some reason. But other than that, like at the well, here comes Kermit the Frog's representation, the Frog Nominal, AJ Styles. I'm sorry, I had to. Yeah, they showed a recap of the pre-show. I know who beat who. Kermit and AJ should have a match. Sounds like something I would do, doesn't it? It's great to have the Kermit the Frog puppet back in action after Money in the Bank last year. Why? Because it's funny. He's a puppet. He can't really be. He's a puppet, guys. AJ Styles recently returned to Raw in the LS11 Universe. Saw him just the other day. Trying to think if we'll see him on Monday or not. I don't think he's on this upcoming Monday's show. That is the one downside with AJ is like bringing him Corbin is tough. He can bring his shotgun. Jobber. But Jobber. Fuck. Anyway, that's the downside with AJ. You know, when he lost the NXT title, that meant he wasn't going to be guaranteed to be challenging for the WWE or World title. So there was already ideas going on. Here comes my guy Riddle. There was already stuff going on, so AJ couldn't just jump straight into a title picture. So finding stuff for him to do on the show has been a little difficult. Like Jobber says, he should be a special attraction. That almost feels like how we're treating him since his return so far. Like he showed up to help Dolph back up against the Hurt Business. I don't think he'll be on Raw this week, but I know he's on Raw next week and the week after for Universe. He will compete in a match before this month is over. Like before this month of Universe is over. So you don't have to worry about that. Styles versus Ciampa at Bad Blood. Ciampa will still have the U.S. title at that point. We already know he's defending against Dolph Ziggler for sure at Clash of Champions. But we are also going to have a fatal four-way match this week on Raw to determine a man to make it a triple threat. It will be. I have to think of who all's in it, so I don't just say the winner and then no one else. But yeah, there's going to be a fatal four-way to crown another entry. All right, Austin Theory looks like he's actually coming out. Theory is out, so he is not being replaced in the chamber by Cody, it would appear. How's Riddle not using Limp Bizkit's Keep Rolling? Jobber, you're the reason that whenever something goes wrong in life nowadays, I just say, sorry to hear that. I blame you and your Twitter for that. Theory taking selfies with everyone that's in the pods right now. Riddle posing for it's the best part. I want to see these selfies on Twitter tonight. Theory has genuinely been a delight since he got called back up. That is a this month only thing, Zach. That is a month of premieres only thing. It'll go back to normal after Clash of Champions. Why did they feel the need to make the freaking part of his name? So Rollins and Lesnar is starting it. Oh God, are they going to have Lesnar do a Shayna? Does Cody attack Brock? That satire is pretty good. Or are they doing what they did in the women's chamber where for some reason the last person to go into a pod comes out last? And we're going to do Rollins Theory to start it. If so, Rollins in Theory. Now, actually, I don't have to say it anymore. I've got a clip for it. Rollins in Theory.
Now, I'm not saying you owe me royalties for this clearly amazing idea that I came up with and you stole from me. I'm just saying, you know, maybe there should be a check in the mail the first of every month. Yeah, I guess that's royalties is what I'm asking for.
So, bring it on, Vince. I'll take it. Seth does have really nice gear tonight. Seth's gear has been on point for months, though. Bum, 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 bum. So, I think only one person in the entire chat's going to get this with Jobber, but I can no longer hear Brock's theme song without hearing Matt Raywalt, the former Aiden English, go singing Chunky Funky Monkey. If there are mods of his new gear, will you be using him? Not unless he goes back to heel Rollins in Universe. Just got Quizmaster's staff here still. The weird thing is Quizmaster's supposed to use it like a walking stick, but this thing is almost as tall as me. So, and I could make it even taller if I wanted to. Hell, I might do that. But like, yeah, I can't hear Brock's theme without hearing the former Aiden English singing in his Chunky Funky Monkey. Hopefully at least Jobber gets that, if anyone. If not, I'll explain the joke in a minute. It's like, it is like Riddler. I would say that that's probably what Rollins is. Yeah, that's weird that they keep just having the last person to go into a pod come out last. I don't know why they do that, but it is kind of weird, isn't it? With how much support Rollins has in Universe, he will never be a heel. You clearly were not watching before earlier this season. I know you've been watching for 2 years, but like, Rollins spent most of the Universe as a heel. Rollins has been heel longer than he's been face in LS11 Universe. Like, let's be real. Okay, I'm glad you think about that too, JJ. Because to explain that for other people, Wrestle Talk has a show they do on their second channel called Quizlemania. I used to campaign to be on it, realized they have no respect for me, and so I just quit campaigning it. That reminds me of Joker Staff MK11. Good shout right there. They had Aiden English on Quizlemania one time, and they did a one-time only challenge where you're given a wrestler's theme song and words you have to sing the lyrics for it to instead of the actual song. And so he gave Aiden English Brock Lesnar's theme song, but he could only say Chunky Funky Monkey instead of going da 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 da. He went Chunky Funky Monkey the whole time. Who's my pick in this match? I don't have one, Zane. I just don't have a pick. And before you ask me why, because I don't know who's going to win. Yes, JJ Chicago fan. I'm just going to go with the first word of whatever it is, just to make it easier on myself. Yeah, another shout out to Johnny Gargano for his baby. Yeah, Rollins was a heel in the whole Murphy thing. Like, Zach, just because you didn't like Murphy doesn't mean Rollins was the face. Murphy was out and out the face in that one, now known as AEW TNT champion Buddy Matthews on that series. And of course, you know, apparently they're looking to sign Buddy Matthews to AEW. So I'm not saying I want royalties, but you know where the joke goes from here. Theory's got some pretty good attire tonight, too, with the red and gold. Then again, I like red and gold attire. It's probably my favorite color combination for attire, which might be the whole Iron Man thing I like. So, cough, watching content with cough. Yep, same with Keith. How excited are you, Buddy Matthews in AEW? Oh, I can't even put it. I can't even put it into words how excited I am that Buddy Matthews might be in AEW. Oh, God, we've Elimination Chamber 2015'd it. We've Elimination Chamber 2015'd it. We've IC Chambered it. Malachi Black versus Sammy Guevara. I think that actually happened in LS11. I'm pretty sure we did that in the build of the Jericho match. All right, Riddle is in. I'm interested to see if Riddle and Riddle and Lesnar are going to mix it up at all. Real life? Maybe. I think I'd like to see Malachi and Brody King have a tag title run. I'd kind of like to see them beat Jurassic Express. Oh my God, are they about to just try and pull Lashley out of the match? Punk versus Cole. That'd be a fun match too. I look forward to. I think they might do that. I think when Cole wins the AEW title from Hangman, because I think he's going to. I don't know if it's going to be immediately. Like, I don't know if it's going to be Revolution, but I think Cole is the one to beat Hangman. I could see Punk taking the title off Cole, off of Adam Cole. Is that Jason Jordan? Is that Jason Jordan? I can't tell. Whoa! Yeah, they're helping Lashley out of the chamber. Zane? Buddy? You just asked me if I like the worldwide pandemic. What the fuck do you think? Do I like this thing that is killing people? I'm just not going to acknowledge that anymore. We're going to move on. Yeah, Hanzo pointing out, they haven't been showing this happen either. I don't think it was supposed to happen. There are a lot of dream matches in AEW. So AJ Styles in. I now feel kind of bad for making a joke with Lashley because I think he's actually hurt. I think Lashley's actually hurt. Are they going to have to call an audible because of this? Wyndham going to AEW, a lot of people talk about it. He might just be done with wrestling. And if he is, I don't blame him. If he wants to just do movie stuff, I don't blame him. Kenny Punk, I feel like that's something we'll get eventually. So I guess for now, unless they bring out a replacement for Bobby Lashley, unless Bobby Lashley gets a replacement, the Doctor's out. Lesnar and Styles. I want to see that get run back. It better be The Rock. Right. So what happens now? Like, Impact's the only place I can see win them, just because Impact has done the supernatural stuff since the dawn of the day. Yeah, I can see that. I can see him doing Impact. I don't see him doing AEW at this point. I know a lot of people would like it, but I just don't think, AEW has a lot of people. They really do. Like, real talk. They have a lot of people. And with Cody recently and Leo Rush this week as well, a lot of people just know it's talking about that because we just kind of all knew it was coming. Like, with Leo Rush recently and Brian Cage, Joey Janela, and what's his name? Marco Stunt's contracts all coming up and them not being re-signed, pretty likely. I think we got to wait for that roster to just we just kind of got to wait and let some contracts expire first. Yeah, a lot of the AEW fans did shit all over Broken Matt. It's unfortunate. It just didn't click in AEW. We're doing it in Universe just because I kind of do what I want, if you hadn't noticed. But Riddle's about to finally get to wrestle Brock Lesnar in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lesnar's going to immediately eliminate him. I'm about to be taken out of it. Oh, Lesnar's just going to put himself in the match. That works. And Rollins is the first one eliminated. All right, so Quizmaster's out. I'm out. Who in their right mind would want Brock Lesnar in a match like Riddle's big? Riddle's wanted to wrestle Lesnar for years. What is going to happen here? So is Lesnar just going to dominate these next 2 minutes, and then it's going to be Mata and Ray or Mata and Arnold at Mania? I guess we're about to find out. All right, I think Kermit's out. There goes Styles. Wow. No, Sid's got Theory, Mata's got Brock. Oh my God. No. They're not going to have Roman come cost Lesnar to Theory, are they? Oh, ow. Oh. Are they going to... I'm not going to look at the chat because some of you are a little ahead of me, but I mean, I think Brock's probably just about to dominate. But are they going to have Roman cost him? Oh! low blow. Ah, that was a stiff one. That's what she said. Shit, Theory. Now run. You're good, JJ. You're good. You're good, jobber. Thank you. I appreciate that. You're gonna want to run, Austin. Oh my God. Every second that Theory gets further in here. Brock's not gonna climb, is he? Oh my God. Oh my God. What is happening here? What is happening? I'm not looking at the chat. I'm not looking at the chat from, oh my God, is he about to? Jesus! That's it, he's dead. Matt is going to Mania. Then what the fuck was the point of the Rumble? Title versus title. Who fucking Raw? Sixth sounds right. Title versus title. Yay. I've gone on record saying I like the brand split. I'm apparently in the minority. Wow, Brock is a 10-time world champion? I mean, I knew he'd won it a handful of times, like, since he came back. Like, he won it in 2014, then he beat Goldberg, then, Zayn, I see where this is going. Don't say it. Only warning. Anyway, like 2014, then he beat Goldberg. He lost that one to Reigns. And then he won it back in Saudi. Then he lost it to Rollins, won it back from Rollins. He beat Kofi. She lost to Drew. Then recently. He had 7 world title wins just since he came back. I was kind of hoping that Roman was going to cost Brock the title to Theory, because I would have called Sid live on air to let him know, like, hey, you're going to WrestleMania somehow. That felt underwhelming. That final F5 was cool, but other than that, just It feels underwhelming. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, Prince Matta is going to WrestleMania. I'll shoot him a text. I think the show just went off the air. There we go. I sent Matt the text. Brock taking set. Wow. Look at Brock. What a guy. Yeah, it was certainly something. I mean, obviously, they had the graphics ready to go. Brock was supposed to win. Well, that was certainly something. I'm trying to get my phone working. But, yeah, that was Elimination Chamber. I'll see you guys in 3 hours at Termination Chamber for LRW. Until then, bye, everybody.